on, y'all, come on. Let's go inside. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the 2019 GrowUp Conference, Awards, and Expo. As we said earlier, today we are exclusively dealing with winners, people that have had their foot on the ground in this industry, trying to make their breakthroughs, trying to educate, trying to network. So, with no further ado, I have my beautiful friend here who has won Cultivation Education Award at this year's 2019 Grow Up. So my good friend, introduce yourself. Tell these people what is going on with Pharma College.
Okay, I can hold it, right?
You can, of course. You're a winner. I told you, you get to make everything happen when you're a winner.
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity. And it is a great honor to have this Best Cultivation Educational Award at the GrowUp Conference. In fact, we are a pharmaceutical college, and we introduced our Cannabis Diploma program in 2018. And we got the first Cannabis Diploma program approval from the Ministry of Training Colleges and University. And ever since, we are doing A to Z training in this particular field. And our program, even if you look at our cultivation program, the growing aspect of the industry is only about 10 to 20% of growing aspect, and everything else is the technology and the regulation. So if anyone is going to grow, they need to understand the regulatory framework in Canada, and they also need to understand all the technology. So our programs are technology-driven program, and so anyone who's doing our program, at the end of the day, either they can start their own business in this space as a cultivator or processing company, or they can also develop a really good career in this particular industry, and they can go to different level. And our program customize our students into master grower, head of security, quality assurance person, responsible person. So these are the key jobs. I mean, in other words, key personnel for a company. Right. They need to have, as per the Health Canada regulation. And our program customize our students in this particular field, and they can actually fit into any of this role. And also, we have a good connection within cannabis industry as well. So there are a lot of employers. If you walk around, they are coming to our desk, and they are willing to hire 50 to 60 students in a year, where we only have 25 students in a batch. So obviously, we need to increase number of students for this industry, and there are shortages of skilled workers in this space. So we are really working hard day and night to train our students, and our students are very motivated, and most of these students are connecting with industry right now at this point. And at this point, we are getting students from different province, even from different countries. People are coming from US and other countries to do our program, because they are saying that this kind of program is not available in their province or in their country. So a lot of interest for this program in the market. So now we have more responsibility than before.
Well, you have the shoulders to handle that responsibility. This college, from A to Z, you have something for this industry. So responsibility is something that shouldn't be a problem for you.
Definitely. I mean, a responsibility, it is our important goal, right? But apart from that, we need to maintain the standard and the quality. So we are keep educating our even training staff, and most of the trainers in the space, they are qualified under the ministry, and also they are industrial experts. So when we offer training through any of our training program, this training can go wrong, because all these are provided by the industrial expert, and they are leading the industry at this point. And as an educational institution, we are at the point right now setting standard for the industry. So apart from running this, pharmaceutical institution. I'm the founder of International Medical Cannabis Association. So I do have a lot more responsibility worldwide to set up the standard.
Right.
And apart from that, my profession, I'm a validation scientist. When I say validation scientist, I mean it because I have more than 15-20 years experience in validation from pharmaceutical and biotech industry. I'm trying my level best to educate the cannabis leaders in this space about the importance of validation,
Right.
because everyone is doing their process in their own way, but they need to standardize their process. So we are also setting up standard for validation as well, and which is at this point it is missing a lot in the industry, but it has to be emphasized because Health Canada is focusing on validation a lot, and they really want employers to do validation. I just had a talk with some speaker on the panel, and they are saying that in their company, whether Health Canada is asking validation or not, they are still doing it because they want to keep the standard high. So it is actually important for employers to learn about it. So we came up with a unique validation program to educate employers and as well as students in this space, so that they can actually keep up their standard with the high standard, so that they can compete the industry and they can also lead the industry.
That's the way it should be, definitely, because validation holds responsibility. Responsibility is care for who is receiving and who's going to receive from them also. So we know that inside this industry there are people that are here for the money, and then there's people that are here for the importance and the education to spread the knowledge around. We definitely know that this college right here is the real deal.
Definitely. You know what, I just wanted to emphasize one important aspect of cannabis industry. By nature, we are a pharmaceutical institution, and I worked for pharmaceutical industry more than 15-20 years as a scientist, and knowing the difference between pharmaceutical and cannabis is very important. Pharmaceutical drugs are there to treat people based on the symptoms,
Right.
where cannabis, medical cannabis, can treat people from the root cause. So and then with the zero side effect.
That's the
So
big
that cannabis obviously is a good medical aspect of the industry, and even though I worked in pharma industry, I'm not really fond of pharma industry because almost all the pharmaceutical medication has side effect. Right, and if when people are taking cannabis product, these are made out of natural plant, and if they take it in an appropriate way. On the other hand, it should not be contaminated. So employers, they have to be careful from pesticide, from mold, from heavy metal, from residual solvent, from foreign material. So these are the contamination this industry they really need to eliminate from the product. Therefore, they can give the best product to the industry, and we are really emphasizing on all these aspects of the industry in terms of training.
Which is fantastic. It's just another way to say accountability is needed in all aspects.
In all aspects. Money is not everything. Obviously, money will come to people when they do the right thing.
Right.
But they really need to focus on the quality, and they really need to comply with the regulatory requirement. At this point, a lot of licensed producers, they are willing to, and they are looking into international market as well. So, and a lot of countries are looking at Canada as a leader in this space.
Right.
So we really need to do the right thing, and we had to be the role model for the industry, and we have to set up the standard like good manufacturing practice according to different countries' regulation. So if we can comply with different countries' regulation, we can definitely sell our product to their country with certain standard and certain agreement as well.
Right.
So this is something, a lot of licensed producers are looking into it. And this industry is not just only for Canadian population, so it has to grow. And I would say this industry will make Canada as a number one leading company. I mean, like a leading country in this space. Yeah.
I agree. So one thing we'd love to do, we'd love to be able to come to the college
Definitely.
and do a walkthrough.
Why not? Yeah.
I like it.
Our doors are always open for you.
You hear that, guys? So soon we're going to get to go into Pharma College and see how they do their thing, see how they're keeping everything on the up and up. So for 2019 GrowUp Conference, Awards and Expo, this is Lester, Pharma College. Keep an eye out for them. They're doing the right thing. They'll educate you. They'll get you straight from the beginning right to the end. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.